Very excited to be joined by one of UCLA's newest Bruins, Steven Jamerson. Steven, thanks so much for joining me. And how excited are you to be starting your UCLA career pretty soon now?
Man, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm overjoyed, very ecstatic to be here. Back in my hometown, and it's been a long journey for me. So being back here, being able to play in front of my family and friends means a lot.
What has the excitement level been from everyone? Because you're a Crespi product. You're obviously from West Hills. What's the excitement level been from everyone around you? I'm sure friends and family.
Oh yeah, lots of text messages and phone calls showing their congratulations to me, and I could just feel the love. The moment I posted my commitment, I just felt it from everybody, from people I do know, and even from some that I have just met from those texts.
When you made the decision to enter the portal, when you were going through that process, how different was it from kind of the first time through when you were coming out of high school, in terms of interest, in terms of the programs that wanted to talk to you and that sort of thing?
Well, it was night and day basically, just because I didn't really have too much recruitment coming out of high school. I think my only offer was from Augustana, a Division 3 school. So I ended up going to Michigan State as a regular student, and didn't play on the basketball team or anything. Just did regular student life. So from that to having phone calls is immediately when I entered the portal, and have what most high schoolers end up having. It felt good. It was cool.
So, tell people about that journey because I don't think too many people know about it. Going from Michigan State, then ended up at San Diego. What was that experience like, and how did that all come to be for you?
Yeah, well, my intention was to go to MSU and walk on, or at least try out, but I wasn't able to do that, or given the opportunity to try out, let alone be a manager. However, I enjoyed my time as a student and saw it through a different type of lens that you wouldn't really see if you were a student athlete there. And then after the school year ended, I came back and started to do some pro am adult leagues and get some film out there. And thankfully enough, I was blessed to have been seen by Coach Lavin and Coach Moore over at USD, and they granted me with a walk on spot. That's where I started my journey.
And then, so with USD, obviously surrounded by a lot of people with UCLA connections. I would say at different levels. You had obviously Coach Lavin, who was the head coach at UCLA for quite a while. You had Tyus Edney, I think, was an assistant while you were there. Earl Watson came on staff. What kind of impact did they have on you? And when you were making this decision to transfer out, how supportive were they in helping you find, obviously it's turned out to be a great fit, but how supportive are they of the process?
Yeah, in terms of support, they it hurt for them to see me to go. However, they were glad that it was UCLA other than somewhere else, because funny enough, USD has deep roots in UCLA, like you were saying. Coach Lab
Yeah.
was coach there, Tyus, Earl Watson, even Coach Moore. His wife played basketball there. So I'm no, not his wife, his sister. I'm sorry,
Right.
his sister played basketball there. So it's just crazy to feel that, and to feel that energy, and just throughout my time there, they've taught me and coached me up, and have built me to the player I am today. They've helped me on every step these past 3 years.
Yeah.
So without them, it would be a different story as to where I am today.
So when UCLA got in touch with you, can you describe that process and which coach reached out? How quickly was it after you entered the portal? And how quickly did things get serious for you with UCLA?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit up to a week from when I got my first call from UCLA. It was Coach Savino who reached out, and right for the jump, I felt the love, and I felt the that they wanted me to be there, and that I could be a good part of their team, and play a good role for them, and help UCLA gets back to that Final Four. So it was good. I talked to him with my agent, and we took it from there.
And then, in terms of the role and what they kind of pitched you on, where do they see you fitting in? What are you kind of competing for? What kind of role do they see you playing on this year's team? Obviously, they don't have a returning true five. You've got you coming in, you got Xavier coming in, you got Anthony Peoples coming in. Where do they see you kind of fitting in that competition?
Fitting in, I don't know if there's a certain role that the coaches really have. I mean, they have the 1 through 5 positions. However, we're all playing, all battling. I believe that Coach Cronin wants his best people out there, and whoever performs the best in practices and the preliminaries of the season will, be out there playing. And I'm excited for the next step because I know these guys, Anthony and Xavier, they're going to get me better, and we're all going to get each other better. Iron sharpens iron type of thing. So I'm excited for that. Uh, Coach Cronin and his staff brought me in because of rebounding and and my defensive capabilities. So I'm excited to get on the floor and show what I can do for that side as well as on my offensive side too, because you can't really go one side and not have the other. Gotta make sure it's balanced. But definitely the rebounding and the defense.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Steven, you averaged, I think it was 8 rebounds the last couple of years, but your rebounding rates on Ken Palm even higher. How much of that is mentality for you? How much of it is just kind of years of basketball, knowing how a ball is going to carry him? Where do you think your rebounding prowess comes from?
Man, probably a little bit of both. Just watching the trajectory of the shot and seeing where it lands, that has always helped me. And just my love and admiration for players like Dennis Rodman, and watching film on him, and seeing like all the dives he does, and how he tips the ball just to get it closer in his possession, things like that. Even Bill Walton too. I was just looking today actually to see what the high score is for the most rebounds in a single game, and he holds that at 21, I believe. So that's my goal, to beat that. So we'll see what
that,
happens.
that would be awesome. So, in terms of guys on the team this year, what kind of connections have you built already with guys coming in or guys already on the team throughout this process and heading into summer workouts and everything?
Oh, they're great. I mean, I got here maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So about day one, as soon as I drove up from San Diego, I was already on campus doing things, meeting the players like T. Bill, Eric Daly, Trent Perry, Eric Freeney, B. Will, all of them, and the managers too. I met them. Evan and Jack. I met a good handful of the returners, so it's just nice to be in their company, and to be able to relate to them a little bit. They're a great group of guys, so I'm glad to be here.
Did you know any of these guys before? I imagine you guys. Some of you were in high school in the LA area around the same time. Did you play against any of these guys either in AAU or in high school?
No, for the most part, this is my first time meeting all of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then for you, like describe your game. I mean, obviously great rebounder, but describe the rest of your game for fans who maybe have not seen a ton of you at this point. Where do you see your strengths as a player?
Strengths most definitely in the defensive end and the rebounding, like we already covered. But I believe I have a really good face-up game. Can get to that to the mid-range Tim Duncan. My hope is to unveil a little bit of the sky hook this year as well, and to expand my range to beyond the perimeter as well. But we'll see what the game plan holds, and that will determine what I need to use and utilize for that game.
All right, so we've gotten a Tim Duncan reference, we've gotten a Dennis Rodman reference, we've gotten Bill Walton, and then you skyhooked, so that's a Kareem reference. You must
Correct.
be watching a lot of film. Are you watching a lot of just kind of old film just to kind of work on your game? Is that like a big part of who you are as a player?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like my trainer, Coach Slappy, he kind of imbued that into me, into my mindset. So I want to work to make sure that I can, fulfill his expectations as well as my own expectations, and to, have a little bit of everything in my skill set or my tool belt.
So what are the ambitions for you? I mean, obviously to go from where you were, Michigan State, can't even get to walk on, then USD, now you're at UCLA. That rise is pretty incredible. Where does this story end for you, you think?
Mm, I've felt like I don't like to think that way anymore. I feel like I did a lot of thinking like that this past season, this past year, which led to a little bit of a fall off for me in the preseason. So I think for right now, I'm just taking it day by day, working as hard as I can, and just getting 1% better every day. Whatever happens, happens. But of course, I do have my own goals and aspirations. But I want to make sure I do my very best that I can every day, and hopefully that progress shows.
Process oriented. It's the best way to be, man. All right. Well, thank you so much, Steven. Wish you the best of luck this year, and I'm sure we'll talk again heading into the season.
Cool. Thank you, David. It was great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Yes, sir.